Hello! In this video I'll make very cool looking glowing Rubik's Cube. I think you really don't need to introduce this iconic game, Rubik's Cube. Today this game will be the main material for my new project. Except I'll use not this little one, but his bigger brother. Despite his size, this is also a regular 3x3 fully functional Rubik's Cube. To be more precise, it is 9x9x9 centimeters, what is perfect size for my build. Because I'm planning to put some stuff inside this cube, first I need to disassemble it. The easiest way to do that is to twist top part in 45 degrees angle and then pull out one corner piece. After that, all remaining parts will be easily removed. As I mentioned, I'm planning to fit some electronics inside this cube, so I need to make more space in it. I have to cut all his internal plastic parts by leaving about 8-9 mm to the edge. I found that the best tool for this job will be a rotary tool. After all cuts were made, burrs was cleaned with a utility knife. The main glowing cube idea is to separate each cube part by 4 mm acrylic inserts and light them up with LEDs. By using multiple power and hand tools, I cut acrylic sheet to parts in needed size and shapes. It was possible to cut parts by using one power tool or even a hand tool, but I used what I got to make this job as fast as possible. All acrylic parts will be cut in 9 mm width to save space inside the cube. You'll see later why this is so important. There were a few possible ways how to cut and assemble acrylic parts. I chose mine approach because in the beginning I thought that this way will be the easiest and at the same time will give the best look at the finished product. When cutting was done, all surfaces were sanded down with 320 grit sandpaper. It is time to start assembling and gluing all together. I assembled and aligned all parts as they should be, used rubber band to hold them in place, and glued acrylic parts together to one frame by dropping CA glue at each joint. When the acrylic frame was done, to glue cube parts was a piece of cake. The centerpiece will be fixed later, when power on-off button will be installed. I repeated all procedure to assemble the rest of the cube. What is great when working with CA adhesive, it hardens very fast, and could be set up in seconds by using CA glue accelerator. Time to make a step back and finish centerpiece. As I mentioned before, this one segment will be used as a power on-off button. Once again, CA glue, acrylic parts, and button found its place. As a light source for this cube, I'll use 5V LED strips. I have two kinds of strips with warm and cool temperature light. For this build, I'll use the warm one. What is great with 5V LED strips, that they could be powered from any power bank or any smartphone charger, because all those devices have output voltage of 5V. To hold LED strips inside the cube, my plan is to glue them at ping pong ball. The goal is to form consistent 360 degrees glowing light source, and the ping pong ball is a perfect shape and size to achieve that. Used some electric tape to separate each crossing LED strip from potential shortage in between. Next, soldered all three strips back to one with few silicone wires. The bulb is done, now let's move to the power source. First, electronic part. I used regular power bank designed for one 18650 lithium-ion cell. To be more specific, I needed only electronic board which controls the power and battery will be charged and discharged. At the same time, this little board will save a battery from overcharge and over-discharge too. If the battery reaches the lowest voltage value of 3V, protection circuit will disconnect power supply for LEDs. When LED is switched on, the energy is supplied from the battery, and when power is turned off, charger kicks in and the battery starts charging. Because I'm tight on space, I have to remove battery positive and negative terminals and USB-A connector. Later on, all wires will be soldered directly to those terminals. As a power source, I used Panasonic NCR 18650PF cells. Each of them have 2900 mAh of capacity. With hot glue, fixed both the batteries together and placed a LED bulb on top. Next, prepare the hole for charging port. Soldered positive and negative LEDs wires to the board, where USB-A connector was before. In this point of view, most left pin is positive and most right one is negative. I choose negative LED wire and soldered power button to control power on and off. I used two 18650 cells and connected them in parallel to get total 5800 mAh of capacity. Before connecting batteries in parallel, be sure that all batteries have the same or very close voltage. Both battery terminals were soldered on the power bank board where positive and negative terminals were before. A quick check that everything has been done correctly. Great! Use hot glue to fix power bank board that charge socket will be accessible from outside. After that, glued 18650 cells with LEDs inside. Applied CA glue along the perimeter and close the cover. With full charge battery, this cube could last up to 12 hours, what is more than enough for me. When I finished this cube, I thought if this cube is wireless, it will be a nice feature to charge it with a wireless charger too. Sadly, this idea came me too late when the build was finished, But I left this goal for upcoming LED lamp builds. And for now, I'll charge this cube with a regular smartphone USB charger. I hope this video was helpful. If you are first time here, please hit that subscribe button for upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.